Hey, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from, as well as the other Patreon-exclusive content, head over to patreon.com/raprankings. And please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting to help us grow the channel and continue our journey as hip-hop's first and premier extreme podcast.
Track 3, Biscayne Bay. This is a 6+.
7-. Ding me, baby.
Okay.
You got these Spanish guitars on this one that open up.
Yeah, you're a big Spanish guitar guy.
Spanish guitar man is in the building. Okay, Spanish guitar Moulz. Then it kind of goes into what almost feels like it's going to be some like Maybach music-esque grandiosity. And then it settles into something a little more grounded. Something just feels like, I don't know, like boilerplate currency beat. But then Harry Fraud goes into overdrive with the hi-hats on here. If I'm going to knock him on this EP, I'll do it right now. Totally unnecessary. Ruins the vibe for me. Like, this could have been a 7 or a 7+ if he wasn't going so dummy on the hi-hats. And it's funny, I was just listening to some random mixtape, and it was like a Stupid Fruity Swag era Atlanta mixtape. And the DJ was burying the producer at the end of the song for adding hi-hats to a beat. And it's like, not every song needs to be for trapping, you know, just to show you that, you know, I could be honest or something like that. Like, the DJ just buried the producer and named by name. He was like, said the name of the producer too. We need to bring back mixtape DJs. So I could have called out Harry Fraud for this bullshit on this track, but I'm gonna say this: Curren's second verse on here, or I guess the second half of his first verse, I don't know how it's like delineated, but it's my favorite from him on the EP. So
all right,
I'll forgive Fraud's misgivings, even if I feel like this one started with a lot more promise than it ended up with when it was all said and done, between the hi-hats and just how the beat ended up settling in versus how it started for me.
The beat is my favorite thus far. It's elegant. All right, it calls.
You like
for
those
80s
hi-hats?
Curren. No, I like the sample.
Okay. Well, we got the sample, and there's another flip of it, so there's a chance maybe the flip will be more to your liking, the original flip.
Okay.
You want to do it?
Yeah, which one is the sample?
The sample is Madeline Kane, You and I. Another 80s joint. Oh, that's a harp. That's not even a Spanish guitar.
Come over here, kid. What's your name? Your name's Curren. You want to be a part of the meat and potatoes business? You've been doing this a long time. I don't know if you're cut out for it. But we'll get you set up over here. A few mixtapes, a few EPs here and there. We'll be making that Salisbury steak in no time.
I miss you.
Alright, kid, so come over here. Basically, what you gotta do is, when you get in there with the producers, you gotta show them songs like this. Tell them to sample it. You know, you gotta kind of give them a feel for what you like. You know, and basically what you like is this. You know, you like this, right?
I need you so much.
You do now.
You and I, we don't know just
No,
where
cut it
we're
off.
going.
Because here's the thing. You kind of want to avoid using the vocals if possible. It'll make it easier for them to sue you. So kind of just stick to the opening notes if possible.
You know, find your way around the melodies, and what was that, a harp? You know, chop the harp up if you want to know the fucking difference.
Hey, you know what? Make it sound like a fucking Spanish guitar. They love that shit.
That's how you do it. That's
Hey, Cortex, you know, get a Cortex sample.
Cortex is a meat and potato staple.
And here's the thing, Curren. You're going to want to rap on some trap beats, too. So get up with the 808 Mafia. We got some connects over there.
Hold on, y'all. This. We got some of the best fans in the world. Okay, Cam is like just commented on our Patreon, and he said, "Rab fam, I'm trying to compile some of the best stuff from different Rab episodes. If you want to text, reply, or DM me the episodes and approximate timestamps, I want to put together like a Howard Stern best of type compilation for new listeners." See, you see why we do this? Okay, not for rap, not for Hib, for family. Okay, like Vin Diesel. That's why we do it. All right, that's what it's about.
And that's what the meat and potatoes business is about. That's what we're really getting to here. Okay, it's not about this Hib or these fucking songs.
It's about loyalty.
Loyalty, family,
people
and
respect the consistency that you put in.
Okay.
Maybe you're not the best rapper in the world. It doesn't matter. You know how to rap.
That's right. It's fucking right.
Now get these beats from these producers and start cranking out these projects. If you're not putting out at least a project quarterly, you're fucking up.
Yeah. So, what's next? OC? Is it
OC,
Emotions?
or as Jesse calls him,
OC Jules? Is that
OC
what it
Jules.
was? Yeah, that nigga OC
with,
Jules cold.
This is Emotions by OC.
Okay.
I'm working off emotion, scrolling through a mental brochure, knowing each life experience is not kosher. Yeah, many times in my life I've been so sure, like leukemia in remission, but not at all cured. Moving on in age, things I look toward be a double-edged sword as time mature. Though I sometimes lose focus, swaying off course. Inside this wilderness I do get lost. Meltdown might equate the weight loss in my face. On my waist size, just about gain some space or mood swings. My temper gets so irate. I'm about to get into how I lose my faith. Cause sometimes when emotions run wild, I just wanna escape the madness and reverse the bad things I'm going through.
Do me a favor and cut that off for a second. That's the boom bap business. Don't get it confused with what we do here.
That's right. That's right. It's a whole different organization and operation.
They're doing it for Hib. We're doing it for money.
Yes! Right.
You want to make a little bit of money on the independent scale, then you speak to me. You speak to my partner over here.
That's right. You talk to us.
You speak to guys like Curren and Harry Fraud, right?
You want to go over there and do that cute shit and do it for Hib and the love and all that, you go over there. But here, we make money. You understand me? We make money. The only way to make money is to be consistent and frequent. Meat and potatoes, you hear me? That's the way. That's how we earn here.
Biscayne Bay. I prefer Biscayne Boulevard by Sylvan with Q, but hey, we're not reviewing that. So here we go.
La música de Harry Fraud.
Life. Type shit. You need to have a driver for this. Type shit you ride home to. Yeah. Yeah, niggas too talkative. Chatty K to Ed Simps, I'm on this boss and shit. My homie just came home, he got a car in the office in this empire I constructed brick by brick. This rap hustling, tennis shoes, t-shirts, lunch boxes, fuck it. If it could be sold, then let's do it. If it could be sold, we gon' move it. I got the driveway to prove it. Crazy high, but I'm not stupid. Bloodhound, the weather loot is, bring my homie straight to it.
There we go. Folks.
It's the meat and potatoes business.
Yeah, and the whole verse too. I know you said it's your favorite verse. That is like the meat and potatoes showcase. There's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing special with it. That's the thing. He speeds up the flow a bit in the second verse. That kind of woke me up for a second, but then when I realized he wasn't really saying nothing, I went back to sleep. You know,
like I was
snoring.
Say something. What are you, Jesse?
It's just look. All right, take that sample, do a different flip. Okay, don't do what they did. All right, I respect them.
I agree with do a different flip, but I don't have anything to say negative about his rapping on here. I mean, unless you just don't like Currency's rapping.
I like him when I like the beats, you know. And then occasionally he'll shock me and like not shock me, but he'll say something.
This was a case where he actually elevated the beat for me.
All right, man, and he ain't do that for me. He's talking about, you know, the car with all the features that he'll never use. It's like, we know cars and weed, and you build it brick by brick, and it's, you know.
What do you want him to talk about?
Audio dope. Nothing, which is why I don't. See, that's the thing. I'm so glad you asked that. I don't want him to say anything. I want him to do what he does. And that's why I don't. That's why I don't listen to him. I go listen to people who say what I want them to say. Instead of trying to force Curren.
Why do people need to say things that you want
for
them
my
to
listening
say?
Enjoyment?
What is it, like Woody and Buzz Lightyear? You fucking pull a string and they say phrases you like. The fuck? What kind of?
I pull a string on the back of Drake's back, and he goes, mindset. "I miss my girl," and I pull the string again. I'm emotional. Pull the string. Here's a page from my diary. You know,
so
he don't Currency, sound like that,
if Currency was more emo and talked about like the ins and outs of his life and like the characters in his life and like his mom and like his breakups and stuff, you like that
wouldn't necessarily save him though, because him is about everything. It's about your voice. It's about your flow. It's about the music.
So how come when you listen to like other artists that don't talk about that kind of stuff, they talk about this same topic material that you're on board?
It meshes more with what I like and my sensibilities. I don't be hied up. Driving cars.
Yeah, but shit. Like for instance, the guy in the next track, Smoke Dizzy. You listen to his music.
Not as often as I listen to other people's music. He's one of my meat and potatoes guys. His voice resonates with me.
But he's in the same business, is what I'm saying. He's talking about the same shit. He's my guy.
It's a different brand of meat and potato. You know, like
it's fucking
Slim Jim.
It's Pepsi. If Curren's Coke, he's Pepsi. It's the same.
And people have a preference, you know.
But
people die over that shit, Coke or Pepsi. You know?
People die over both.
I've seen niggas get up and leave restaurants because like they only serve Coke and not Pepsi products. You know.
I will spear them back into their seat if they're that big of a baby. Sit your ass back down, you baby. Yeah. You better be leaving to go next door to get a Coke at the fucking corner store. You better not be leaving this restaurant because they don't have your beverage of choice.
We talked about that before on the show. I think how niggas like Pepsi. I think it has something to do with Michael Jackson in the 80s. That's my personal theory. You know, we were branded to
precocious white boys love Pepsi too, and I know it has to do with Macaulay Culkin in the early 90s with the Home Alone.
It's the choice of a new generation.
Yeah, the Pepsi ads on the VHS.
That's right.
If you're down with that Michael Jackson or that Macaulay, you were drinking some of that new generation shit. All right, Phil Brooks, he was drinking it. He was talking about, I don't drink alcohol. I only drink high fructose corn syrup.
We know the truth of his name. He's a swindler, okay? It stands for Coke Monster Punk. He loves Coca-Cola. The Pepsi thing is just to throw you off the fucking trail.
Right. He's really fucking Phil the Swindler. We fucking know. Anyway,
all right.
There's nothing to say about any of this music.
No, there's nothing else to say. All right. All these chatty Cathy ass podcasts, okay? No, them niggas too talkative. We have content here, and that's all we must move on because there's no more content to discuss.
Look, that's why we did these double features, you know?
Yeah, they're EPs, all right? So,
hey, it's Mel from Rap Rankings. To hear the full episode this clip comes from, as well as the other Patreon exclusive content, head over to patreon.com/raprankings. And please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting to help us grow the channel and continue our journey as hip hop's first and premier extreme podcast.